Our next guest, a returning guest, a true PR professional, trained at one of the best firms in Boston and the East Coast, with his own firm today, Dominic Amenta from DPA Communications. Welcome back, Dominic.
Thank you very much for having me.
Now, you're going to talk to us today about apps and how to use apps to build your business, right?
Yeah, apps has been a growing trend in the marketplace, and even just in Boston in general, with the emergence of certain neighborhoods like the Seaport District and Ink Block that's going on in the South End. A lot of those areas not only catering to individuals that thrive in those areas, but a lot of businesses are relocating to those areas as well. And a huge part of that is obviously, putting your business online, but the emergence of apps in recent years too for your smartphones. So people really gravitating towards using apps for all facets of business and all businesses, and they're all taking note too and trying to refine their apps to make sure that they get the consumer going to their app versus the competition.
So how does a client use you to develop an app?
So there are a lot of app development companies, most of which happen to be overseas, as we found out that, you see apps and you wonder, okay, there must be some kind of local company that's manufacturing these things, and you're trying to find out where they are. Well, there's a lot of marketing companies for apps, but they outsource a lot of the production overseas to India. India is a very prominent place where there's a lot of app development going on. And then there was actually a company in Bulgaria, a client of ours, is looking to develop their own app. And, us being intrigued about how it all works, they said, yeah, about 3 or 4 came back from India and 1 from Bulgaria. And we thought that was kind of odd. But a lot of the production of these apps are taking place overseas.
It's interesting. I mean, I would have thought that it was all, unemployed computer scientists. I mean, there are enough of them.
Right. I mean, I think that's what we all thought. We all thought that, the rise in, in the college kid learning about tech and apps and how to build code and things along those lines. You just kind of picture a couple 20-year-olds in their apartment, working out of their apartment, developing these things. And that's not to say that there aren't. There are, certainly a number of those kids that are, kind of going that route. But we just saw that a lot of the big name apps, whether the business is solely on that app or they're an already established business and they want to have an app to coincide with what they have going on, a lot of it's being taken place overseas.
Everything is moving towards apps, isn't it?
Truly is, yeah.
With the millenniums especially.
Yep.
That's the way,
Millennials love their apps.
I saw my son's phone. My son's he's 27, and he had these categories of apps because he had so many on his phone. I mean, I don't do by categories. I just have them all over the screen.
Yep, just kind of all over the place.
But I don't have as many apps that he does.
A lot of people, the apps essentially they make things easier for you to navigate.
You come from a big PR firm, and you started your own PR firm. Do you see your way of operating as different and more modern than, let's say, the traditional PR firm?
I would say we essentially still carry out the same strategies and tactics as some of your other traditional PR firms, where at the end of the day, whoever your client is in whatever industry they may be in, you get the message, or you cultivate what the message is out of the story that they're trying to tell, and make sure that a reporter or an editor or a producer on the other end gravitates towards that and wants to talk to that client for that reason. So it's still essentially the same tactic.